The air was charged with something electric, not a storm, not a protest, but something far more exhilarating, the promise of change. In a London studio, four young men sat shoulder to shoulder, their instruments gleaming like polished heirlooms in the dim light. The walls bore witness to their laughter, their relentless creativity, and the occasional bickering over a riff or lyric. It was the kind of scene that seemed almost ordinary in its messiness, yet it held the seed of something extraordinary, a new chapter in music history. The year was 1963, and the world was anything but quiet. Across the Atlantic, President John F. Kennedy was grappling with Cold War tensions. In Britain, the streets hummed with post-war optimism and the clinking of teacups in countless cafes. Youth culture was no longer just a whisper. It was a roaring wave, demanding new heroes, fresh sounds, and a soundtrack for their rebellion and dreams. For four lads from Liverpool, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, that wave was the perfect current to ride. Their first album, Please Please Me, had turned heads and lifted spirits. But the Beatles weren't content with being a one-hit wonder. Their second album, With the Beatles, was crafted with intention. Unlike their debut, which had been recorded in a whirlwind, this one was meticulous, layered, and bold. They wanted to show the world that they weren't just a group of boys with guitars. They were artists, carving their names into the heart of modern music. With the Beatles wasn't just an album. It was a statement. Its cover, a stark black-and-white photo with their faces half-shadowed, was a departure from the grinning, polished images that dominated the charts. It whispered confidence, mystery, and a touch of defiance. Inside, the music ranged from upbeat rock and roll to tender ballads, showcasing not just their versatility but their willingness to push boundaries. The timing of the release, November 22, 1963, would etch it into memory for reasons beyond music. That same day, across the ocean in Dallas, Texas, tragedy struck as President Kennedy was assassinated. The contrasting events, one a celebration of creativity, the other a profound loss, highlighted the complexity of the era. Yet, as grief enveloped one part of the world, the Beatles' music offered a glimmer of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest times, art could unite and heal. With the Beatles became more than an album. It was a cultural touchstone. For the band, it solidified their place not just as performers but as innovators. For their fans, it was a lifeline, a collection of songs that spoke to their yearning, their joy, and their heartbreak. And for the world, it was the unmistakable sign that these four Liverpool lads were more than just a fleeting phenomenon. They were the voice of a generation.